What's good, YouTube? It's Vex Reacts and I'm back with another reaction video, and I hope you're having a great day. Now, if you haven't been having a great day, hopefully this video uplifts you because we're gonna be dragging celebrities today. A lot of the times, celebrities try their absolute best to be relatable, and to be completely honest, celebrities will never be relatable. So today we got J-Lo Can't Stop Trying to Be Relatable. Let's get into the video.
Jennifer Lopez has been at the center of a whirlwind of controversy and negative press. It began in the wake of her releasing her heavily promoted comeback album, Jennifer Lopez has been at the center of a whirlwind of controversy and negative press. It began in the wake of her releasing her heavily promoted comeback album, This Is Me Now, which was marketed as her most personal effort and was clearly intended to be a crowning artistic achievement for her.
I didn't even listen to this. I didn't even know this was happening, to be completely honest.
A la Beyonce's Lemonade or Ariana's Sweetener.
Oh.
It's very evident that J-Lo wanted this album to be the album that finally gave her what she's never had much of during her entire career: artistic merit and critical praise. The album proved to be pretty insignificant quality-wise, and it completely bombed, spending only 1 week on the Billboard Hot 200, which wouldn't seem like a big deal until you consider the amount of money put into this project.
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to J-Lo, I don't know too many people who just really bring her up or really, like, I feel like she don't have like a real like fan base. Sure, people know who you are. It's different. It's a different thing when people know who you are and when you have a fan base. Like, for example, when I think of Beyonce, I know people who will buy Beyonce products. I know people who will listen to Beyonce as soon as she drop. I know people who grew up watching Beyonce on TV and movies and stuff like that. So they've built this relationship with Beyonce over the years where not only do they know who she is, like, it's Beyonce, but also, like, they can identify with her brand. They know her brand, which me personally, I feel like Beyonce is a little weird in my opinion. I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't have anything against Beyonce. I think she's a legend, but I think she's so far removed from like normal people. Like, she never really be speaking. Like, she never really like, which I feel like because she's at the status that she's at, it's kind of hard because she's just so far removed from the normal people. But even people like Ariana Grande, we grew up with Ariana Grande. We know a little bit about her life because she's been in the limelight for so long. But when I think of Jennifer Lopez, I don't really think much of, I don't know much about her for real. Is it just me? Do y'all know about Jennifer Lopez? Or did y'all grow up like being a fan of Jennifer Lopez? Let me know.
Which resulted in a $20 million film that dropped alongside the album's release.
I didn't even know she made music for real.
Acts tend to release commercial blockbuster albums during the twilight stages of their career, but J-Lo and co took a bet on themselves. The film, although ambitious, is too incoherent and self-obsessed to be truly compelling or worthy of an artistic appraisal. Alongside the film and album is a documentary chronicling the making of the aforementioned film. The goal of the documentary seemingly being an attempt to show just how real Jennifer Lopez is. This has been a theme throughout her entire career, from her song I'm Real to Jenny from the Block to Same Girl. Used to have a little, now I have.
See, now I knew that she made music back in the day. I didn't know she was still making music now though.
A lot, sang J-Lo, famously trying to show that she can simultaneously be real and rich and famous. Only now does it seem that J-Lo is practically begging the public to take notice of how real she truly is, which ironically just ends up exposing how disconnected she is. A lot of stars who came up in the tabloid era have tried to soften and meld their image into the new age of relatability, and it simply doesn't work for everyone. That self-indulgent image worked for J-Lo during the tabloid era because she was still...
Bro, the thing about celebrities, bro, and I hate to say this because obviously I'm not rich, but I feel like it would be more real to acknowledge that you are rich, to acknowledge that you did put in work or you sacrificed certain things to get rich instead of trying to downplay your richness. Is it just the me thing? Like, I hate whenever celebrities get online and they be like, oh, I'm just like you. Like, you know, I grew up, you know, struggling and this, that, and the other, which it may be half true, but you can't tell half truths and half lies.
Still in touch with what's considered in and cool, and had a machine like no other backing her, Sony. But at some point, you have to accept that you are no longer the ultra-relatable girl from the Bronx. Jennifer Lopez is a glamour girl, a tabloid fixture, a pure celebrity. She is generally fashionably cool and sexy, but a celebrity brand first and foremost. especially as it relates to public image. She does not have the genuine relatability and charisma of someone like fellow Bronx native Cardi B, for example.
Yeah.
This how press it. Ah, what the
And
fuck?
she's tried to force it, which in the Instagram age has led to her slipping out of favor with the general public. Which is fine, not every star is relatable, and in an era where
Facts.
seemingly everyone is latching on to relatability marketing, it would actually be nice to have some larger than life fun pop stars that aren't exclusively built on parasocial connections.
Literally, bro. I feel like celebrities think normal people are stupid, which some of us are, or I wouldn't say us, some of them are. But we not so stupid that we can't tell when you faking it. We not so stupid that we can't tell when somebody's not normal. Because we around normal people all the time. So if you trying to make yourself seem normal and you think somebody who's living that normal lifestyle can't tell that you're weird or you're fake or that you're not, authentic, then you're just as dumb as the people who you trying to make feel dumb.
Her famous rival, for lack of better words, Mariah Carey, has never pretended to be anything but over the top, saying that she's incapable of living in the real world. She works out in 6-inch heels. She
Nah,
wears these
hell
long,
nah.
luxurious gowns, and she just embraces being who she is, which is an over-the-top glamour diva.
That's not over the top. That's just weird.
And while not being exactly alike, I think that space within marketing fits more closely to who the public views JLo as than who she's trying to portray now. I would argue that JLo's larger-than-life celebrity-led brand is at direct odds with her attempt at relatability marketing, which is in part why her latest film, documentary, and album came up feeling empty. Now granted, there are obviously genuine emotions expressed in both the films and the album. The album makes some stabs at emotional depth, even if it's more or less just one long and mostly one-note love song. The film, on the other hand, crams so many things in at once that it often feels like it's at direct odds with the relative simplicity of the music itself. The documentary chronicling the making of the movie tries to preemptively convince the audience of how great, daring, and bold of an artistic risk the film and album was, and how JLo is not only a hard worker, but at the same time the down-to-earth magnetic girl she's always been. Funding your own art can be a bold decision, but it comes across as less impressive when you consider just how much JLo is worth. She also talked about how many companies rejected her idea for her visual album and film, claiming that visual albums just don't sell. But if we're being honest, if this was someone like Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, or Ariana Grande, studios will be banging down their doors to get a hold of their exclusive new musical project.
Facts, bro. And the thing is, like, everybody's like, they stick on to what they're known for. They don't try to switch it up. Like, they don't try to force it. That's the thing. Whenever I think Ariana Grande, even though she go through her ups and downs, she don't try to fake it or force it, bro. She be her. The music still feel like Ariana Grande music. It's still like her image still feel like Ariana Grande, like that peppy, lovey-dovey, innocent type. She still have that vibe that we grew up knowing her for. Taylor Swift, which she still got that same energy. Rihanna, Beyonce, all of these people don't try to fake it. Beyonce could never try to fake it and make it seem like she's the normal girl from the block. Like, let's be freaking for real. Come on, bro. Like, stop it.
Because they have passionate fan bases and a larger-than-life demand and allure that keeps people invested in their new musical projects. JLo hasn't built up that same brand for herself, and now it seems like she's trying to course correct. But it's just a little too late.
Yeah.
No one can say JLo isn't a hard worker though, because beyond even just the album, documentary, and film, is the upcoming tour to accompany her project.
Dang.
The This Is Me Now tour. Or should I say formerly
Why don't she look like the Tomb Raider lady? What the hell is this?
titled that because in April of 2024, JLo and her team subtly changed the name of the tour to the This Is Me Live tour, basically rebranding it as a Greatest Hits tour instead. According to Variety, this was due to a lack of tickets sold for the tour. Now I'm not sure that strategy will do anything beyond bring more bad press for JLo. The problem isn't with the tour name itself. It's more than assumed that a tour by a 54-year-old legacy artist, even if not explicitly called a Greatest Hits tour, is going to have most of her chart toppers. The problem seems to lie more with her image than the tour's title.
Yeah.
Sure, JLo's known as a great live performer, at least dancing-wise. But like I've said, her image doesn't carry the same clout that it once did in the early aughts and 2010s. The underperformance of her tour, album, and relatability marketing all coincided with a lot of people on TikTok and the internet sharing their negative encounters with J-Lo.
I have a J-Lo story.
What?
It's 2019, and I'm dancing with Jennifer Lopez in the 2019 Grammys, and she was asked to do the Motown tribute, and she said yes. I walk into rehearsal the first day to the Motown tribute rehearsal. There was only
Why did he scream
3 black people, including myself. We probably now into like the 3rd or 4th day of rehearsal, right? And that article came out saying, why is J-Lo doing the Motown tribute? Like, I don't know if y'all remember that, but an article came out saying, I think it was like Variety, but something big, a publication came out asking why she's doing it. The team sat us down and they were like, I know you guys are seeing some negative press and blah, 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 blah. Child, she gonna walk in and tell us.
Y'all know what? We're gonna
Bro, did the colors change? Yes, the colors definitely changed. Why did he?
show them why I'm doing it.
I remember she like raised her. I was dying. I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused. I was so. I remember this. Like, I really remember this moment. It was me and the other black dancer that were opposites. We were right. It was her in the middle, and then it was us two. She said, they have to move. They have to move. And literally looks at me dead in my face. She goes, so what are we going to do with your hair?
What?
Oh, yeah, girl, I get it. Listen, I get it. Is my hair Motown? No. Ain't nothing about this performance Motown. Ain't no Mo, ain't no town in here. So I'm trying to think, what's everybody else going to do? Child, look at what they was doing.
On one hand, J-Lo is a woman in power. I find that women in power have to be more stern so that people can actually take them seriously. With that being said, there is
a thin line, and I feel like that's what he's about to say. There is a thin line between being stern and being weird and cringy and overpowering, overbearing. Like he said, she came in there and she talking about I'm gonna show them what we gonna do. No, there's a certain type of way to be serious, bro. We've all had that person in our life who try to be serious. Oh, bro, I'm gonna stop talking to her. Or, oh, girl, I'm gonna stop talking to him. We know you're not going anywhere. Like, you could tell when somebody being genuine, bro. And it's not hard.
The difference between being stern and just rude or going on an ego trip. Even Jennifer's former background singer spoke out.
Okay, you guys,
Dang.
I'm on my way to work and I wanted to just answer a question while I'm at a stoplight. No, I was on I was on 4 other songs. I was on I'm Glad, The One, Loving You, Baby I Heart You, and Jenny from the Block. I feel like all of the other ones, excluding Jenny from the Block, are very much true blue background vocals. I think the problem with Jenny from the Block is that they cut my laugh and they kept ad-libs and they turned her vocals all the way down, and the from the Bronx part is me, and it's just
So you basically the song?
yeah
Jennifer Lopez.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. TikTok is one of those platforms where people gonna talk. People are gonna say their word, and I feel like TikTok is like one of the biggest apps when it comes to information spreading in a efficient manner. It's a timeline that's tailored to whatever you want to know. It's gonna find you on TikTok, bro. And something like this, anybody who's interested in J-Lo, they're gonna see this. They're gonna see these stories of these people who close to her, and that's gonna affect her brand. Whenever you're not good to people in real life and you actually have a brand, people are gonna find out about it. You're never y'all not P. Diddy's. Even P. Diddy, Cat Williams said it the best. This year, all of the stars are falling, and it's because we have things like TikTok. It's because we have people speaking out. It's because people fed up with the fakeness, with the weirdness, and we want more genuine. I feel like that's the way technology and brands and internet is going, especially because a lot of the younger people are growing up and we don't like all of the BS. We grew up seeing all of that fakeness. We grew up seeing all of this. And now that we starting to see that it ain't what it is supposed to be, we not about to just look past it. No. We want better for ourselves, not only when it comes to the economy, when it comes to voting, when it comes to everything in this world. I feel like this generation, the younger generation, even though we can be really, really weak, idiotic, and, very, very tone deaf, I also think that we are also a generation who will speak up. I'm not sure if we'll actually take action, That's my biggest problem with my generation and the generations younger than me and all of this. We do a lot of talking, which in part is due to the internet. But I think we also are really, really good at calling out the BS and talking up. And I'm interested to see where we're going to be from 5 to 10 years from now, especially when it comes to like celebrities and social media. I think it's going to be crazy different from 2024 to 2034 or wherever we are, bro. I think it's going to be a crazy change.
Her lack of vocal talent has been a conversation for years now.
I'd always dream. Ah! Whoa, I'm sorry everybody.
Now, having background singers on your record to achieve a fuller sound, or even just a stylistic choice, isn't anything new. But the reason the JLo situation has become such a major talking point is because there are various songs, including her career-defining work, where the background singers tend to take lead, and the volume is so loud on a lot of the choruses, where JLo appears to be completely absent or extremely low in the mix to where you can't hear her at all.
Damn.
It's not like she's leading the background singers, like for example, the way Toni Braxton did on He Wasn't Man Enough, or Whitney Houston on It's Not Right, But It's Okay. Clear examples where the leading ladies use very present and prominent background singers for a stylistic effect, but still have their voice front and center, and more importantly, their artistic stamp on the song.
Yeah.
And for lack of better words, people like Whitney and Toni are just undeniable vocal talents, so it doesn't stick out as much because they own their songs with their voice. And even if you don't have the strongest voice, there's still a lot of favor to be had in a unique or appealing tone, which JLo doesn't have either.
Dang.
She's carried by charisma in her music and a good beat and melody, not anything necessarily artistically driven. On Jenny from the Block, you can even hear the background singers laugh in place of JLo's. You don't have to be a vocal
Nah, that's
to
crazy.
be a great pop star. I enjoy songs like Waiting for Tonight and Play as well. But I think in an age where yesteryear's pop star isn't the golden standard, these things are being more analyzed. And JLo, in my opinion, has had a lot of studio trickery to camouflage her vocal limitations.
Yeah.
And it's not like she has the raw emotion to make up for it either, because there are many artists who aren't the best technically, but still have emotive vocals. And even with that being the case, I still feel she has some of the worst vocals on record in pop history, notably in her early career. Even people like Mariah Carey have spoken out about it.
What?
Mariah, who calls herself Supergirl, says she often sleeps just 3 hours a night. When told Lopez
Dang.
claimed to get 8, Mariah said, quote, "If I had the luxury of not actually having to sing my own songs, I'd do that too."
Now,
Dang.
that doesn't discredit what JLo has achieved. Music is only one aspect of her brand, but also with the controversy, the diva antics, and stories that follow her, it has made every aspect of her career in general more of a talk.
Bro, what the hell am I watching? I'm trying to pay attention to the actual commentary, but I'm seeing these girls with symbols. I'm not understanding what's going on, bro. From what I'm hearing is J-Lo give us a lot of trickery so she could stay in the spotlight, continue to get this money, continue to get the brand deals. I feel like she really just got to lock in and figure out what she's good at. And I feel like a lot of the time, some of these people have so much going on that they lose touch. And that's the biggest problem. Whenever you running so fast, sometimes you forget that you lost your shoe 30 miles back. And you need your shoe. Now your foot start blistering and you trying to figure out why you not running as fast. It's because you lost your shoe and your foot hurting. But you never took the time to actually look down because you running, bro. Come on, man.
Talking point. At the end of the day, love her or hate her, you can't deny the fact that she has had impact.
Yeah.
But I think her attempts to brand herself as some relatable girl next door from the Bronx isn't doing her any favors at this stage in her career. If you watch the documentary, legendary actress Jane Fonda warned J-Lo about putting herself out there in this light, and that it could make her a magnet for scrutiny, and boy was she right. She should lean into the diva persona a little bit more. People still may not like it, but at least they'll respect the fact that she's being truer to herself.
Yeah. Whenever it comes to brands, it is a difficult thing to maintain over a long period of time. We always see in the media some, Hollywood star or some brand, fall into the wayside. But the one thing that a lot of brands who make it the long term have in common is they stick to their roots. They stick to the thing that their fan base enjoy because that's what's going to keep the fan base there. Sure, they want to see you grow. Sure, they want to see you evolve. But at the core, they want to see who they fell in love with. They want to see the person that they enjoy when they grew up. You know, they still have an attachment to that person, and regardless of how you evolve, they want to see that. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of stars and a lot of people in prominent positions is they try to overdo it. They try to push themselves too far, and then they end up finding themselves far away from the fan base who originally supported them. And that's when all of this stuff start crumbling down. That's when their empire starts crumbling down. For J-Lo, I think she should really stick to her roots, stick to the things that made her famous, and find ways to evolve those in a way where she's continuing to keep her main fan base happy, but also showing that she's been growing over the years. Different things have changed, and the only way that will happen is if she's actually doing different things and changing. People gonna feel how they feel regardless. As long as you're yourself, the people who love you for you will continue to support you, bro. And that's what a lot of people lose. It's just like a perfect example is the Chick-fil-A situation. A lot of people enjoy the Chick-fil-A sandwich. They go to Chick-fil-A for their own reasons. You know, they respect God. Or I won't say respect God, but they don't open on Sunday. They were previously really, really healthy compared to a lot of other fast food restaurants, which I'm not even sure if that's the case because I haven't done my research. But let's just say compared to a McDonald's, they're more healthy, and a lot of people enjoy that. But when you have problems where a company, it can't identify, which I'm sure the company kind of, weigh the pros and cons, but when you have a situation where the company can't identify that people don't like probiotics in their meat and all of these types of things, whenever you make a change like that, the people feel betrayed because the reason that they were, giving you business, the reason they were giving you your money and they chose you over other places is because you had this factor that they couldn't get in any other place. And when you strip that away from them, not only do you lose a bit of their trust, but now they can't trust you in the future to not change the aspects that they still stay there for. And I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to branding, not only for individuals, but companies as well.